Welcome to Gamescom 2015. We'll have a bigger audience than we usually do on our YouTube channel. And here we are at the Gamescom event 2015 for Fortnightly Frontier. We are actually putting our faces on camera this time, possibly.
Hello, this is a message to the corporation. Montoya sends his regards.
Let's see what happens. 42 seconds? Oh, well, 42 seconds. 42 seconds. That is the meaning of Star Citizen. And it stopped. Yeah, I see what they did there. I see what they did there.
Okay, so anyway, that was what was meant to happen. We weren't going to get sent down in the corridor.
And that was us at the Gamescom event. We have returned victorious. I'm Loose Unit, and Dianator is, as always, with me.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
As we were in Germany.
Yes.
Maybe we should do the whole podcast in German. No.
Gamescom, bitches.
Gamescom bitches. By now, I'm sure everybody's seen the entire presentation and all the 3 demos several times over, so we won't be going too much into that except for our very own reactions and opinions. There were 3 demos showcased. The ARCorp Planetside, Star Marine latest build, and Multicrew Large World plus Quantum Drive demo.
Yes.
What do you think of the ARCorp Planetside demo?
Well, it was okay. It wasn't really any different to what we'd seen in the past, other than there was more players there now. It wasn't anything particularly new, but that's okay because it wasn't. I guess it wasn't that kind of thingy-majiggy.
Yeah, well, before it was still just a single-player map, and now they're showcasing that
FPS
up to 20 people can be on the single.
And did that also include
instance.
the new animation system as well?
Well, they had dances and gestures and emotes, stuff like that, but I didn't really pay that much attention to whether the whole stop, starts, and juke system was implemented, or if that is still just only part of Star Marine.
Yes, I'm not 100% sure.
What I did like, and I noticed about the Planetside demo, is that MobyGlas is running.
Yes, I did notice that.
That was excellent. I mean,
yes, it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, and just as on the concept art, so that was very nice.
Yes, it was kind of cool. It didn't stand out at all.
I think they still need to tweak it a bit because there was a lot of bright text on top of bright texture, so it was kind of hard to make out. They need to make the text pop just slightly, but not make it too intrusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just tweaks. The basic functionality apparently is there, and it was working fantastically. I really am excited about that.
Yes. So, the Star Marine latest build. What was your opinion of that?
Oh, so good. I need it. I need to shoot people in the face.
Yes, well, you have a PC that can do that, so screw you, hippie!
I'm getting a new PC tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, the graphics card will be migrated, but everything else is new.
Yes, and I still won't be able to play it. It's unplayable for me, basically.
Hopefully Star Marine will be a bit more optimized than Arena Commander because they are smaller maps. Although they will be much more densely populated, so it might actually be...
It's probably going to be worse.
It's probably worse, yeah.
Yeah, anything on the planet side, like the racing stuff, and that's closer to the planet, it's completely unplayable for me.
Yeah.
If I'm flying in space, it's somewhat playable for me.
Right. Well, we'll at least still, try it out, of course.
Yes, absolutely. I'll
Mhm.
download that and try it out.
But the main attraction of the entire Gamescom presentation was the multi-crew large world quantum drive
Yes.
presentation, and our minds are officially blown.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was freaking awesome. That showed everything that we have been waiting for, really.
Yeah. It's just it may not seem like much to anybody, viewing this without any sort of emotional attachment to the game, but just the fact that you can go straight from exploring a station, walking outside and into a ship, and then to an asteroid field, into a new ship, and back several 100,000 kilometers, or was it?
Yeah.
Without loading screens, without anything.
Yeah, and that's a real world.
You have similar in Alien Isolation, because you're on a station and then you have several parts where you can go on the outside of the station. But that's still, done the old way. When you get into the airlock, you get a loading screen and you're basically just going from a map of the interior of the station to a map of the exterior, and it's...
Yep. And they showed how clearly the what is the system they call it, where you go from go to space into a ship, and
the grid system.
The grid system, yeah, with the separate physics, and they showed that working really, really well. It was when they came into the ship through the airlock, into the whatever
The
it was.
Cutlass.
No, it was a Retaliator, I think, wasn't it? The bomber. What was the ship they were rescuing?
The ship they were rescuing was the Retaliator, but they showed it before that, even when they stepped from the landing pad into the Cutlass. Because if you do that now in free flight, just get a lot of people into a Cutlass and then fly off, everybody's just jumping all over the place because they're still stuck to the physics of the big map.
Yeah.
But now, as soon as you get into a Cutlass or any other multi-crew ship, you are basically attached to its module.
Not quite yet, but in the future.
Well,
when
not
it's
in
released,
the current. Yes,
yeah.
Well, we're not talking about the current playable version of the game, but this demo.
Yep.
And it doesn't seem that impressive from an outsider perspective, because when you do something right, people won't even notice. And this was done right, and it just felt seamless.
Yeah. There are a few animation tweaks they need to get done, but
unless you really know the nitty-gritty of what's going in the background, you probably won't find it that impressive, but trust us, it is very impressive.
yeah, especially when you think of a game such as Battlefield. When you jump on a vehicle, you often warp around a little bit when you're on it, and it's a bit weird and funky. When you're just standing on the vehicle, or you just randomly die.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas
That's what happens in every game.
Yeah, exactly,
basically.
and this is what they're addressing, because they have to, because it's you're not becoming part of the vehicle. You could be potentially just walking around on it, and you need to be part of the physics, or that vehicle needs to have separate physics. That's the grid system.
That's the grid system, and that is the good system, and that is a revolution in multiplayer games.
Absolutely. And also the quantum drive. Not too much to report on this front from my perspective. I think it was a really, really good implementation of it. Looked really awesome in the way they'd done it. The sounds were amazing, and the effects and how everything looked was really, really cool. But I don't think the Quantum Drive in itself is amazing.
Well, comparing it to something like Elite Dangerous, for instance, it is implemented a lot more seamlessly.
Okay.
It just makes it more believable, because even in Elite Dangerous, even now, well, I haven't played it for the past few updates, but when I was playing it, you flew around in, what is it, the frameshift drive it's called, and it's basically almost as if you're just flying around a scale model of the solar system. And then when you approach your destination, there is lag for up to a second or two while the instance loads. And there was nothing like that in this demo. It was just jump, fly, appear. These are the things that impress me. The seamlessness
They impressed
of
me
it
too,
all.
but I still don't think the actual concept of the Quantum Drive was that incredible. But the implementation is very, very, very nice. And it's the things that you, like these small things that a lot of people won't notice, but will really add to the immersion of the game. When you don't feel like you're loading something in. It's just you're in one mode and then you're in the next one or whatever, and then you're there. You're at your destination.
And that is, I think, one of the primary things that Chris Roberts is striving for.
Absolutely. Which segues us nicely into the controllers.
The new controllers were announced in collaboration with Cytec.
Yes, there was keyboard, mouse, at least one of each.
Yeah.
And several
Headset.
versions. Headset and some HOTAS setups. Some versions of that. I only really remember the one with the touch screen on it, which I believe somewhere I read that has been confirmed as being a touch screen.
I don't know if it's been confirmed. Chris Roberts at the presentation said that he wants it to be, but they don't know whether they can implement it while still maintaining the price that they want. They don't want it to be like $1,000 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I understand it had been confirmed. At least the development one was a touchscreen. I read it somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it was on Reddit.
Reddit on Reddit. The thing I like about the whole system is, if you get the keyboard and a HOTAS system, you'll be able to split the HOTAS into the joystick and throttle and plug each into the side of the keyboard.
If you get the smaller HOTAS, the bigger one looked like a complete standalone unit, but we're yet to see exactly how the big one is going to integrate with the keyboard and stuff. But I did like the look of the keyboard as well. And the mouse.
And the mouse.
I might have to spend some money on peripherals.
I used to be a Logitech fanboy. I might have to switch. Is my Star Citizen fanboyism stronger than my Logitech fanboyism? We shall see.
Well, I'll spend all the money on peripherals also, a game that I can't play.
And speaking of spending all your money, guess what I bought?
What did you buy?
A Retaliator.
Idiot.
I know. Well, it is with the LTI.
Oh, wow. Lifetime
So
insurance.
Yeah, so at least I didn't make that mistake as, when I bought the Gladius.
How many months has that got?
6.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. But anyway, I bought that in hopes that it would satiate my desire for a Cutlass, because, it is a big multi-crew ship.
And the Cutlass is...
But no. I think I will sell the Tally once the Cutlass is reintroduced. Because I do really, really, really want an Aquila.
It's a Constellation.
That's the Explorer variant. The Constellation Aquila, there's the Explorer variant with the round cockpit, not the pointy one. And
I have the
comes
picture at work.
Yeah, and it has the buggy.
Oh yes, the buggy.
The Rover, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, enough digression.
Social module.
Social module will be released this month.
Hopefully, probably, maybe. Who
Probably
knows?
not. Hopefully, yes, probably not. Knowing CIG.
I think they will probably release it this month, actually. I'm confident that they'll release a version of it.
Mhm.
Probably, well, maybe early next month, which is no use to me because I'm moving house at the end of the month, so I
darn.
won't have any internet for a little while, I think, because we're having some problems getting that moved across, but whatever. So that won't be much use to me.
So the first version, which is basically what they showed off at Gamescom.
Yeah, they'll release it and something will be broken. It'll be 2 or 3 days before anyone can actually use it as
True.
per standard operating procedure, but that's okay because they need to work through these issues. And we expect that. Well, most people expect that.
Most people expect that and are okay with it. There are a few vocal idiots who have no idea what an alpha is, but
Yes.
we ignore them.
And then supposedly the FPS module next month.
Yes. Would you think that if you got it running smoothly, would you be playing a lot of combat or just free roam and, doing shit? Like playing with the anti-gravity, zero gravity, and stuff like that?
I would probably play it pretty aggressively. I quite enjoy FPS games. Yeah, I would probably play that quite a lot, actually. Just getting used to the FPS side of it. Well, then again, I would probably fly more if I could get it running smoothly as well.
True.
Well, actually, the smoothness is not the issue when I'm in space flying around. It's the latency. I have some big issues with like mouse delay of 300 milliseconds or so.
Wow, okay.
And that translates into the joystick as well. So I never feel connected to the ship in any way. It just feels like I'm stirring a bowl of soup or something, and my ship kind of does some stuff.
Wow, okay. Maybe we should do some tests, like figure out just how much latency there is. I mean, when you get a certain level of computer, just how much latency you can expect, and then you have a computer that's one tier better, if that it fixes it.
Maybe. Diane got a special ticket with the Golden Star and got to meet Chris Roberts. And anyone else?
Well, just about everybody. Sandy was actually indisposed, I believe, at the time, so she wasn't in there, but Jared was there. Ben, Alexis, several others from UK, and James Pugh as well was there.
Yep.
They were actually kind of rushing us past everybody, so I only got to exchange a few words. But I actually got to talk to Chris Roberts, and this is what he has to say.
Watch Fortnightly Frontier, the best damn Star Citizen podcast ever.
You lucky bastard.
I lucky bastard.
You did say at the beginning you pulled out, you got your ticket for your raffle, and you said, this has a gold star on it.
Yeah, what's that all about? I had no idea. And it wasn't explained to us at the beginning. It was only after everything was over and, okay, now everybody gets some drinks and, line up over there to meet everybody. Oh, and by the way. And I was like, yes!
Yeah. And I just walked over to you and said, you mother bleeper.
But that was Gamescom for us.
Yes.
I think I enjoyed it a lot more than last year, but that was probably because I got the Golden Star ticket.
We also had more to drink, and we also concentrated less on filming.
Yes.
So that
less on
helped a lot.
filming, more on just
Watching.
enjoying
Yeah, exactly.
the presentation.
Yep.
Will we be there next year?
No idea.
No
We'll
idea.
see. Depends on when it is, I guess. We'll
and-
see what happens.
And we'll see what state of development the game is and whether it's
Yes.
out already or will they still have new things to show us.
Yes. But that's it for this episode of Fortnightly Frontier. And we'll also see you where, Diane?
Everywhere where they can like, share, and subscribe, but also in the verse.